Hi everyone, so today I have this new set to share with you from Diamond Press that is now available there on HSN. Again, part of the March 1st Craft Day extravaganza. So Diamond Press did send this free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So this one happens to be the Diamond Press embossing and die kit called Thinking of You. And this one has dies for the sentiments and the flowers. Oh my gosh. Oh, love the leaves. You know, I love leaf and like sprig dies. This one I used to just tuck in here and there in a project. And then it has the embossing folders. So now in the past they had other ones where it was like maybe some dies and it was like background dies, and this is background embossing folders on this one. So it does come with, again, a cutting folder for the marquee, and if you don't have a marquee, you can use any machine that will cut thin metal dies. And let me get a little closer. So these are the dies themselves here. The wording, the letters here, of course we will find on the inspo sheet, because sometimes I can't make out what it says, you know, backwards and everything in reverse there. So this one's about 5 inches long, the die is, but the words are separate, and it does say Thinking of You. I can see that. This one here I think says Sympathy is like 3 1/4-ish, so if that gives you an idea of how big some of these are. Again, some of them come apart, and they are about 1/2 inch tall. Excuse me, as far as where they dip down, they're going to be a little bit bigger. We have our little leaves, super sweet. These are kind of like little outline, like silhouette. I don't know why recently I've been calling them skeleton leaves and flowers and dies, but something like that. Beautiful flower here, and then this one looks more like a rose, and this one looks more like, you know, like a posy, like a flower with the center, and then the petals on the outer side there. And then we have the embossing folders. So these are slimline type embossing folders. The folder itself is it's about just 4 inches. The impression is a little bit smaller than that, and by 9.5, and then the impression area is like just over 8.5 inches. And so really nice size. Again, you can pop in A2 items there too, or just like if you want to do a strip or something like that, you can always pop those in. And this one's a floral kind of geometric pattern. And this one here has a really pretty floral pattern. I like that. It's very, reminds me of like, not like batik prints, but something like that, right? I don't know if you can see kind of what's going on there. Really pretty. And then these are A2 size, which would be again 4 1/4 by like 5.5, but I will measure them for you. Just under 4 1/4 as far as the width of the folder itself, so it embosses a 4-inch area, and in the other direction it's about 5 1/4 inches area, so it mats into an A2. Beautiful pattern on that one. And this, oh look at this! Oh, it looks almost quilted or like something like that. That's really sweet. I like the little kind of dots. And then this is the inspo sheet, so it's showing Think of You with love, with sympathy. So sorry, of course we have the beautiful flowers. You can paper piece into or just leave them like that. And then we have the background images. Very cool. So what I'm going to do is grab some papers and we'll try them out. I'm going to do an A2 size. I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to just emboss it on this pearlescent paper. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to create the card base out of this. So this is just a piece of craft cardstock, and it's A2 size, so all I'm going to do is cut it at 5.5 inches and then score it here at 4 1/4, so I'll have my card base. And then, like I said, I'm going to trim this down to 4 by 5 1/4, and I will be right back. So I have my card base, and we're going to take this guy. This paper is not the thinnest of paper, and it's not the heaviest of paper. I would say maybe like an 85 pound, like in the 200 GSMs, something like that. So we'll try this. I'll see if I have to mat it at all or add a shim. So I'm just popping it in there. You can see from up top the design and then where exactly you'll be embossing. I'll move it up just a little bit. Something like that. And over just a little bit. And let's see. Something like that. Okay, I'm going to see how much resistance it gives me. And that kind of gives me an idea of how deep the impression might be. Feels pretty good. Sometimes if you just kind of pop it through and you can feel that it's just going, it's because you might need to add a matte layer. That's really pretty. I'm thinking for me, I'm good with that. Look at that. So pretty. Again, if it's not deep enough for you, what I would do is like go ahead and do that, but add maybe another thin piece of cardstock, like a thin kind of inexpensive cardstock, you know what I'm saying, like 65-pound. You can add it on top of this with this inside and roll it through, or you can add it into this as a shim, like on top, and roll it through. Either way, it'll work because you just need that little extra pressure that little extra shim would give. Okay, I'm just going to glue that down because I'm just going to keep it just like this. You could also die cut this after you emboss it. I mean, it's whatever you would like to do. If you want to maybe have it stand out more, if you're using like a white core cardstock, you can grab like a nail buffer and just go over that and the white core will show through. You can ink this up a little bit if you come through very gently with, you know, a ink dauber or things like that. I am so sorry, whenever I use light colors, my lighting, and it is down to like the lowest setting, just washes anything out like that out. But I'm gonna glue this together and I'll be right back. Before I glue this down, I want you to see how pretty that debossed side is too. So nice. That's what's so nice about embossing folders. A lot of time you're like, oh, maybe I want to use the other side, and then I just change my mind and use the other side, even though it's intended to be embossed. The deboss is always really nice too. Okay, so you have that down. And what I'm going to do is just grab some paper and cut some of our little flowers out and sentiment, and I'll be right back. Okay, so to build this up, what I'm going to do is take one of the flowers. I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to cut it from this awesome like bronze paper. You can see everything that's going on here. Cut that one out. And then with this green, this guy, I'm going to cut out two of these from this green paper. We're going to do some paper piecing because this card is really quick already, because if I just put those things together, we're pretty much done. But so I'm going to do a little paper piecing, take a little more time. And I think I'll cut out my sentiment when I'm done seeing how much space the flower and the leaves will take. Okay, so let me run those through and I'll be right back. As I cut these, I just want to show you, I'm not going to use these bronze pieces, but if you wanted to at the same time, like let's say you run this through some black paper or something, then you have these pieces that you can easily go ahead and make another flower with. You can definitely do that. For me, I'm just going to move on, but I did want to show you that. And this is my little outline. Once I pop it out, let's see, where was my tool? Sorry, I just took a moment to figure that out, but look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Okay, I'll be right back. So I have two leaves, and what I'm going to do, since this is like an outline die, you don't have like a backing piece, so what I'm going to do is actually see what it is or where it is that I want to put these things. Where I want to put this beautiful guy. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm just going to glue it down, and then I'm going to pop in the pieces that I want to pop in there. So I hope that makes sense, but I'm going to put it right here. Oh, I hope I don't move it too much from where I saw it, but that's okay. Like there, and if this was here, yeah, looks good. I'll put that back just to give me an idea. There and there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is put glue all over the back of my hand. This is a very beautiful, thin outline. And I'm going to paper piece back into this, but let me see how I'm going to put my flower again. Maybe there. That looks good. I'm going to hold this down till it stays, and in the meantime I'm going to run the same die through this piece of kind of coral color paper, and I will be right back. Okay, so I just ran this through. I am going to just open it up, and this is generally how I do this. I just open it up carefully and I'll give it a little push. I really just want the petals, these larger petals. And so if any of them move, I'll be able to find them pretty easily. But whatever's in here, I will leave there. And I'll start moving these guys over. So let me see. Let's see, this one appears to be this one here. Let me see. Oopsie. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just pop in some glue like this. And I'd rather put it on my surface than on these smaller pieces. And I'll pop that there. Good to go. Then I'll move over to the next one. And I'll just methodically go through and paper piece them like that. I can move this, we don't need to keep that there. And there goes that one. And that's just the way of doing it, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll go around this whole edge, and then I'll do the inside flowers the same color. I'm not going to do anything with the little dots in the center. I'm just going to leave those alone. So I will be back. So that took all of maybe 2 minutes. Maybe. So let me pop this on here. And just piece that last one in. So pretty. And then now, oh, there goes somewhere else. I have this pink outline. I mean, I could have paired it up with the gold that was in there so that way you can use it all up. But that is how I'm leaving that. So pretty. And then we have, you know, with love, we have sympathy, so with sympathy, so sorry, thinking of you, all these different beautiful things, sentiments here. So I will choose some. I think I'm going to roll them through in black paper so that they just pop really well, and I'll be right back. Popping these guys out. Just have that right there. And again, I'll just put glue on the back of my hand. Get these beautiful things on here. Simple texture in the background. I love it. Just that little bit of piecing. If you would like to do that, you don't, of course, have to. You can just use the little kind of skeleton look. And there's our sweet card. Thank you so much, Die Press, for sending these items for review, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'll have some images coming up. I'll have links in the description box. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.